Well, it appears that April showers actually brought out more buyers. The reason I say that is because sales increased by 18%. And prices end up going up about 3.8%. Sorry, 3.4%. And so that's an average increase from the month before of just over 34,000. Okay, so the average price is at $1,051,969 for the GTA. Now, that's really encouraging and promising. Let's put that in perspective. How about listings? Well, active listings actually went up about 3,500. So it's just over 16%. So that's a lot more inventory for buyers to choose from. So sellers, you have to be pristine to be seen. And in terms of sold as a percentage, that was about just under 24%. That means 24% of the inventory got absorbed that month. So it's approximately 4 months of inventory. If no other listings got listed, it would take approximately 4 months to absorb the current inventory. Okay, so it's still a slow market. Okay, but people that want to move have to move. It's a great market for them, right? Because there's more inventory for them to choose from. In terms of new listings were up by over 18% from the month before, another 2,655. So new listings alone in the month of April were just over 17,000. That's huge, okay, in 1 month increase. Now, the average days on market, we've already talked about that indirectly. And even though they're reporting at 43 days, we really know the reality is it's more than that. Because although that's only the average days on market for the properties that sell, there are an unlimited number of days on the market for the properties that never sell. Why is that important? Because keep in mind that if there were 24% of the properties that actually sold last month, that means the other 76% didn't sell. And how many more listings are going to come on this month? And tracking at 76%, those 76% of those aren't going to sell. You see the conundrum, right? I'm sure you do. Now, how does this compare, interestingly, how does this compare to the lottery market? Well, lottery market back when prices were April 2017, before the government announced their major changes, subs of new qualification, artificial qualification rules for high ratio mortgages. So prices are still up 14.25% from the high point then, okay? Or approximately $131,000. Compared to the highest point, apex February 22, prices are down about just over 21%. Prices are still down over $282,000. Great reasons for buyers to make the move now. Okay? Now, the new housing rebate, let's talk about that, the HST rebate. That's fantastic. It's definitely going to help because the HST, the 13% has been eliminated for all new housing, whether it's principal residence or where you're buying it as a purpose-built rental to rent it out to somebody for a minimum of a year, then you'll qualify for the full HST rebate. Now, make sure that you pay attention, close attention to all the conditions, right? Although it boosts the demand for new housing, it's not going to eradicate resale housing because there's still a gap between resale, which is the better overall value, versus new, okay? There's still a margin there, a buffer. So all things being equal, had clients recently looking at upgrading to a detached home in a certain neighborhood. Well, the new homes in that neighborhood were going to cost approximately $100,000 to $150,000 more to get the same type of home on a smaller lot. So, any which way you slice it, resale is still the better overall value. To find out more, reach out. We're always here to help. And remember, there's always two markets, at least. There's the freehold market and there's the resale market. The freehold market. Condos and resales, I should say. And they are marching in totally different directions. If you listen to my other videos, you'd know which one is marching forward deliberately, slowly, and the other one's going the other direction, declining continuously. If you have the answers, let me know. Want to talk further? Reach out. Always happy to help. God bless. Thanks.